Hey everybody, Bill and Deb.
Hi there.
We apologize for the lighting situation here.
We're in the shade.
Yeah. And
it's not a bad thing.
Well, I hope maybe I can make it a little better in production, in post, when I'm editing. Add a little light to it, but we were going to shoot the video underneath the pop-up right behind us, but it was horrible there. We were nothing but dark figures, no matter what.
Well, I kind of like that.
Well,
just the silhouette.
I understand that. But anyway, we got some fairly important information about the upcoming Impromptu Rendezvous, and we'll get that through here right now. The campground was at one point totally full, but life happens. We've got a couple of people that had some sickness pop up in the family that they weren't planning on, of course. You know, you never know about those kind of things. We're prime examples of that. But so anyway, they won't be able to attend. But anyway, to make a long story short, there are now 4 sites available. And what are those site numbers at the Impromptu Rendezvous?
It's going to be site 28, 15, 11, and 3 are available for the dates of that, which is October 21 through 25.
Yeah. And the location is, which we'll put a link in the pinned comment, but the location is at Lost Bridge North Campground in Northwest Arkansas, not very far from Eureka Springs. And it's right on Beaver Lake. Right now, it's absolutely beautiful here today. We can't guarantee what the weather is going to be in October.
We ordered pretty weather.
Yeah, we did.
No storms, pretty weather, and I ordered the trees they're starting to turn now, be in their full beauty.
They should be, they should be in their, really pretty that time of year. So anyway, that's the deal. And we just wanted to let that out there, in case there was someone that was hoping they'd be able to come, but the campground was full and they checked, because it was at one time. But now 4 sites have come up available during that time, during those dates. Now we want to talk a little bit also about our rendezvous. And we've got a lot of new viewers that have recently started discovering our channel, and thank you so much for that. We really appreciate that, and it's very exciting on our part.
Well, could we also say that this is our very first impromptu one we're doing?
Yeah, and that's what I'm getting ready to explain, the difference between our standard rendezvous and impromptu rendezvous, okay? And this is an experiment. The impromptu rendezvous is an experiment. Our standard full-blown rendezvous, probably from this point forward, we're going to try to have them just once a year. Now, those are usually the larger ones that we have at the larger campgrounds. We've had a lot of people ask, how do I know about these? I can't find a schedule of events anywhere. I can't find this, can't find that. Well, we have our 99% of all of our rendezvous are held at U.S. Army Corps of Engineer campgrounds. And there's a main reason why we do that. For one thing, we know for a fact that if you show up with a cargo trailer conversion at a Corps of Engineer campground, you will not be turned away. Exactly. We know that your cargo trailer conversion will be accepted. That's usually not the case with private campgrounds. Now, we do know of a few campgrounds that accept us, but by and large, private campgrounds, by and large, for the most part, do not accept cargo trailer conversions. And many of them won't even accept trailers that are 10 years old or older. In addition to that, there's the price.
Yes.
If you are
the price is huge.
Yeah, and that's a huge thing, just like Deb said. If you are 62 and over, or if you are if you're disabled, or if you're a veteran, you qualify for different types of America the Beautiful passes. And we can post a link to that if you want to know where to go to see what kind of pass you might qualify for. Some of these passes are free. I think like the Veterans Pass, I think
believe the
free.
Disability one is free.
Yeah. But the one, what we have is the America the Beautiful Senior Pass. And the America the Beautiful Senior Pass, there's 2 ways you can get it. You can buy it once a year for $20 a year, or you can pay a one-time fee of $80 and it lasts you the rest of your life. Never have to renew it or anything. But with that card, with those passes, you get an automatic 50% discount. Now, the most, so far at all the Corps of Engineer campgrounds that we have visited, the most we've ever seen for a per night fee is $30 a night.
So far.
Yeah, so far. Now, we know there are some back that we found in some national forests, which also are under the same umbrella, which your passes would qualify you for. We've seen some, like there's one that we were looking at up in Pennsylvania, that it's $40-some a night up there.
I want to say 43.
Yeah, but still, you get 50% off of that. So that's another reason why we have them at Corps of Engineer campgrounds.
It's the price, and you can easily go online and make your reservation.
Yeah.
You know, and normally they're by beautiful waterways.
Right.
The sites are normally, you got some distance between each site. To us, they're just more what we personally are looking for.
You're not crammed in like sardines. And you know, the view. This is the campground where we'll be having our first impromptu rendezvous.
In October.
Now, an impromptu rendezvous is going to be more like just a casual meetup, if you know what I mean. Whereas the full-blown rendezvous that we're going to start having once a year from this point forward are more formal. We have scheduled events, things like that, you know, campground
Merchandise
bingo.
is specifically for those things.
Right.
You know, there's other things that we get more involved with.
Right,
This was
right.
just, hey, we're going to be here those dates. Come on out. We'd love to meet you.
Yeah, that kind of thing. So the impromptu rendezvous, we may announce them around 3 months in advance, or because if we know we're going to be at such and such campground, and say, hey, you know, we'll be here these dates. If y'all wanted to come by, have kind of a meetup, just a casual meetup, that is an impromptu rendezvous. Now, we may only announce them 2 to 3 months in advance.
Because we don't know that far in advance normally.
Right. But, you know,
We're
it
not
just all
that
depends on where
organized.
we know we're going to be. And of course, if you have a cargo trailer conversion and you'd like to have me do a walkthrough video on it to add to our playlist, that would be awesome. And we'll go ahead and take care of some of those when you're there.
Or any conversion.
Right. Now, it doesn't have to be a cargo trailer conversion. It can be a van, be a schoolie, anything.
It can be an older RV that you have remodeled.
Yeah. You're not bound to that. And that's another thing, too. A lot of people think that the only way you can come to these things is if you have a cargo trailer conversion or something like that.
No,
that is not true. Let me repeat that one more time. That is not true. We don't care what you show up in. You
Just show up.
The main thing is the fellowship, meeting, a gathering of people, like-minded people. And when I say like-minded people, I mean as far as this kind of lifestyle is concerned, whether it be camping on a regular basis or full-time living. And that's what I mean when I say like-minded, okay? Now, the full-blown rendezvous, we generally announce them 6 months in advance. And the reason why we announce them 6 months in advance, because any campground that's federally managed, whether it be a National Forest campground, Corps of Engineer campground, any of those like that, the most in advance they'll allow you to make a reservation is 6 months. So we announce these right just barely inside that 6 month window.
Oh, we make sure we have our side.
We make sure we have ours
And then
first.
we tell y'all.
Yeah, and then we tell you where it's going to be. Now, those are more formal, you
Yes.
know, and when I mean formal, they're not really formal, but we'll have scheduled events. There are certain things that we'll do as a group, you know, and for one thing, Campground Bingo has become a huge hit at these things. People have a wonderful time. Storytelling night, that's been a good one. We may continue to do that. I might be able to be talked into playing some music anyway. But anyway.
Those are on our formal ones.
Right, that's
Those
the
are
formal ones. Yeah.
This
Now,
one in October is just, y'all come on out if you can get a site.
Yeah.
We'd love to meet you.
And, you know, we'll gather around and just do things, you know, and stuff like that. So that's the difference. And that's why you don't find a definite schedule of events, because we don't know where the next one's going to be yet. We have some ideas on where the next one might be for the full-blown rendezvous, but we haven't made a definite decision yet. Okay. Now, so that's why that works the way that does. Now, one more thing, very, very important, and I hope you're all still with me to this point, with us to this point, because this is very, very, very important. You cannot miss out on this. Once we make an announcement, if you think you would want to attend, it is imperative that you get your reservation in soon. And when I say soon, I mean like within the first 1 or 2 or 3 days maximum. And the reason why we say that is because in the last 2 or 3 that we've had, the campgrounds have been totally filled up, booked solid within 3 days.
Right.
Period.
And then we have disappointed people.
Right. Then we'll have people come in and say,
Emailing
well,
us, and
you know,
it's
they'll
like,
come in
well.
like a week or 2 later and they'll say, well, I wanted to come, but when I looked, it was full. So I guess I'll have to try to catch the next one. What that means is, now we will prompt you ahead of time. Like if we're going to be making an announcement, say in the next week or 2, in our videos, we will say we're going to be announcing here in the next few days when the next one's going to be. And you need to watch that video. You need to watch all of our videos, at
Well,
least for a little bit,
please.
just to see if we're talking about it. But if you want to come to one of these rendezvous, this is very necessary. You have to make your reservation soon. Don't dilly-dally around and think, well, I'll do it in a couple weeks or something. Now, the beauty of making a reservation with these federally managed campgrounds, which would be Corps of Engineer campgrounds most of the time, is that if you go ahead and make a reservation, and then you discover later that you won't be able to come for one reason or another, because as we've said before, life happens. It costs you $10 to cancel the reservation. $10. That's it. You get your money back. Well, usually within 2 or 3 days, it's back on your card or whatever within 2 or 3 days, you know, because we have canceled reservations before when we decided we were going to have to change our schedule. So we know for a fact that that's how that will work. So we strongly suggest that you go ahead and make the reservation. And if for some reason something comes up where you can't come, you'll be out $10. And that's it. So anyway, that's the deal on that. Anything else you think we need to talk about before we move on? What's the dates again for the Impromptu Rendezvous?
October 21 through 25.
Which is
2024.
Yeah, which is a month and a half away
Not,
or so. What's the date today?
Today's like the 17th, I think.
17th, yeah. So October, well, 4 weeks away, 4.5. 4.5 weeks away. But there are 4 sites as of today.
As of right now.
And this is Wednesday, and this video is probably going to be out tonight. As of just a couple minutes ago when Deb looked, there were 4 sites available.
Well, we knew of 3 people that canceled.
Because they contacted us and we kind of figured it might happen simply because of situations we knew that was going on within their family.
Yes.
So, and our hearts go out to these people, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway.
You know who you are.
Yeah. And you know we love you.
Yeah.
Yeah. We love all of our viewers. We just do. That's all there is to it. This has been a wonderful adventure for us, from when we consider where we started 5 years ago, you know, to this point. I guess that's it.
That's all you want to talk about today.
That's all I want to talk about today.
All righty then.
Unless if you have something else right quick before we need to go.
Nope.
Okay. Besides, this is the campground where this will be held, by the way.
Yes. We'll be in a different site.
We'll be in it, yeah, but we were hoping we could give you a better view back there. Well, here, let me do this right quick. Let me walk over here and give you a shot.
Which site is this?
This one is site 10.
10.
Yeah, this is site 10. Check that out. Check that out. Today is day 1 of Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue here in Northwest Arkansas. And by the end of the day, we'll have several motorcyclists here that'll be taking in the festivities and everything. Anyway.
And baby Grant is just 8 weeks away.
Yep. Anyway, we're going to let you go, folks. It's Bill and Deb with I Ride Tiny House Adventures. And you know exactly what we're going to say. We're not camping.
We are living.
Have you noticed I'm losing weight?
Pays to be sick, don't it?
No, I don't want to go through that again. Y'all take care. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.